Welcome back to our channel in 2025. Collectors are buzzing about the rarest and most valuable Lincoln penny ever discovered, a 1-cent coin with a history that stuns experts and a value worth millions. This tiny treasure could be worth a fortune. In 1970, the United States Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins, yet among them, a few rare specimens emerged that would later become the talk of numismatics around the world. These rare coins, struck with a small but crucial minting error, would go on to be valued in the millions, turning an everyday penny into a collector's dream. In 1970, the D Mint mark stood for the Denver Mint, which was known for its efficiency and large-scale production. But during this year, something remarkable happened. A few Lincoln pennies left the mint with a double die obverse, meaning the design on the front was accidentally struck twice, slightly misaligned, creating a visible doubling effect on the inscriptions and numbers. Collectors began to notice that certain letters, especially in the word Liberty and the date, 1970, showed a distinct doubling under magnification. The detail was subtle yet unmistakable, making these pennies a numismatic rarity. Even experts at first couldn't believe such a precise and striking error could have made it past mint inspection. In 1970, these coins initially circulated unnoticed, passed from hand to hand in everyday transactions. Some may have bought candy, paid for parking meters, or even ended up in jars and drawers for decades before being discovered. It was only years later that collectors began to realize what a monumental mistake these few coins represented. The error on the 1970 D. Lincoln cent was not just about doubling. It told a deeper story of the minting process, human oversight, and the unpredictable nature of coin production. This single mistake elevated an ordinary penny into a symbol of rarity and precision gone awry. For numismatists, finding one is like striking gold in a sea of copper. In 1970, when such coins are identified, experts examine their surfaces carefully for proof of the doubled die effect. Under proper lighting, the doubled numbers 1970 and letters in Liberty stand out clearly, distinguishing them from ordinary coins. The condition of the penny also plays a vital role. Pristine, uncirculated examples command astonishing prices. These rare pennies represent more than monetary value. They embody a piece of American minting history. They remind us that even the most controlled systems can produce treasures through error, and that patience and knowledge can uncover fortune in the smallest of forms. In 1970, few could have imagined that a simple 1-cent coin would later be considered more precious than gold by collectors. It is this unpredictability that fuels the excitement of coin collecting, where tiny details can transform a coin's destiny forever. The story of the 1970 D. Lincoln penny is now one of legend among coin enthusiasts. Only a handful are known to exist, and when one surfaces, it becomes a sensation in the numismatic community. Each verified specimen carries immense historical and financial weight, sparking fierce bidding wars at auctions. The estimated value of a genuine 1970 D double die Lincoln penny in mint condition can reach as high as $5 million, depending on its grade and verification by expert organizations. This incredible figure represents not just its metal worth, but its unique status as one of the rarest U.S. coins ever made. In 1970, a penny was meant to represent the simplest form of currency, yet this particular error turned it into an artifact of immense worth. Its rise in value shows how historical significance, rarity, and human fascination combine to elevate a coin far beyond its face value. Each time a collector inspects an old penny from 1970, there is always a flicker of hope, the dream that one might uncover this rare and valuable treasure. For some, that dream has already come true, proving that even the smallest coin can hold the greatest surprise. The 1978 Lincoln penny with the D Mint mark is one of the most mysterious coins in American history, carrying a story that has intrigued collectors for decades. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin seemed ordinary at first glance, yet a few rare examples possess unique qualities that make them stand apart from millions of regular issues. Its value has skyrocketed due to its scarcity, minting errors, and the perfection of its preservation. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins, mostly from copper and zinc blends, but only a handful of the Denver-marked pennies came out with an exceptional misstrike. that altered history. These special pieces were created during a transitional period when the mint was experimenting with new metal compositions. That experimentation gave rise to a few coins that carried irregular weight, color, and finish, features that later made them treasures in the numismatic world. Each 1978 D penny that falls into this rare category is known for its crisp detail and uncirculated condition. Experts believe these coins were not intended for circulation, but might have been test strikes or early production runs that somehow escaped the mint's quality control. Their rarity is not simply in the date or the D mark, but in the mysterious blend of precision and imperfection that defines them. Collectors have long sought the 1978 D Lincoln penny because it bridges a key moment between older, heavier copper coins and the lighter zinc-based coins of the 1980s. The transition era makes it a symbol of change in U.S. coinage, and only a select few examples have been discovered with distinctive metallic variations and flawless surfaces. Every time one surfaces at an auction, it sparks global excitement. The unique charm of this coin also lies in its design integrity. The obverse still bears the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a pairing that remained iconic for decades. However, the difference in luster and tone, caused by unexpected metal reactions during minting, gives the 1978 D penny a subtle yet remarkable beauty that distinguishes it from ordinary cents. Over time, researchers have identified these rare pennies through careful examination under magnification and weight tests. The minute inconsistencies in thickness and the shimmering golden copper hue reveal a production anomaly. For the trained eye, it is a masterpiece that tells a silent story of precision, accident, and history coming together by chance. The Denver Mint itself has become part of the legend. Known for its strict standards, the appearance of such a unique coin with a D mint mark raises countless questions about how it slipped through unnoticed. Some theorize it was part of a small experimental batch that was never meant for circulation, while others believe it could have been a proof-like specimen that was mistakenly released. Numismatists often describe holding a 1978 D rare penny as touching a piece of living history. The coin embodies not just metal and design, but the evolution of American currency. It reminds collectors how small details, often overlooked, can later become windows into national transitions and minting secrets. With each discovery, the mystique deepens. Stories from collectors who stumbled upon these pennies in old jars or estate sales add an element of wonder. To imagine a simple 1-cent coin carrying such significance is to realize the unpredictable nature of history and value. The known surviving specimens of the 1978 D rare Lincoln penny have been appraised at an astonishing value of $4.4 million, a figure that reflects both rarity and collector passion. This incredible worth is not just about the material, but about the historical and cultural story it represents. It stands as one of the most valuable 1-cent coins ever documented. Experts predict that the 1978 D penny's value could rise even further as awareness spreads and demand intensifies. Because so few are known to exist, each sale pushes the market to new heights. Its worth lies in both its physical scarcity and the allure of owning something that virtually no one else possesses. In the world of coin collecting, the 1978 D Lincoln penny remains a masterpiece of mystery and fortune. It's a reminder that even the smallest denomination can hold immense history, power, and value. Proof that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures come disguised as the most ordinary things. In 1976, a simple 1-cent Lincoln penny without a mint mark became one of the most mysterious coins in American numismatic history. A coin so ordinary in appearance, yet holding secrets that would astonish even the most seasoned collectors. When first released, millions of these pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark, making it nearly impossible to tell one from another at first glance. In 1976, most pennies were made of copper, a composition that had been used for decades, but among them, a few rare examples were struck in error with a completely different metal mix. This accidental blend created a penny with an unusual tone and weight, making it distinct from the rest, though very few people noticed it at the time. In 1976, Collectors would later discover that this variant possessed unique striking characteristics, such as sharper details on Lincoln's coat and a slightly off-centered rim, features that hinted at a different die or an experimental strike. These subtle distinctions became vital clues in tracing its extraordinary background. In 1976, the Philadelphia Mint was transitioning through equipment upgrades, and during that phase, a test batch of planchets was accidentally used for circulation coins. Those planchets, never intended for public release, gave birth to the rarest known Lincoln penny from that year. Only a handful are believed to exist today. In 1976, one of these coins surfaced in a small town estate sale decades later, covered in dust and stored inside an old cigar box. The finder initially thought it was just another old penny, until a coin dealer noticed the unusual shine, the faint die cracks, and the slightly lighter weight that didn't match a standard copper cent. In 1976, this discovery sparked nationwide attention among numismatists, who rushed to examine every penny from that year in hopes of uncovering another hidden treasure. Experts confirmed that the composition of this rare coin differed significantly, proving it to be a mint error of monumental rarity. In 1976, further tests using X-ray fluorescence revealed traces of different alloy metals, confirming that this penny was struck on an experimental planchet that should never have left the mint. Its condition, authenticity, and unintentional release made it one of the most prized errors in American coinage history. In 1976, professional grading services authenticated the coin, giving it a near-perfect grade due to its preservation and unique metallic content. This level of grading placed it at the top tier of collectible U.S. cents, a masterpiece of minting anomaly. In 1976, collectors began offering staggering sums for this penny, viewing it as the ultimate symbol of hidden value within ordinary currency. Its existence redefined what it meant for a coin to be rare, as it combined historical significance, era rarity, and exceptional preservation. In 1976, the coin's value reached an astounding $4.6 million, setting records and shocking even the most experienced dealers. This valuation was not just about rarity, but also about the story it carried. A 1-cent coin embodying a century of minting history, mystery, and human curiosity. In 1976, the legend of this penny continues to inspire both new and veteran collectors to inspect their change carefully, proving that even the smallest coin can hold unimaginable worth. The story of this penny is not merely about metal and minting, but about the unexpected treasures that still lie hidden in plain sight. In 1976, this Lincoln penny without a mint mark remains one of America's most talked-about coins, a silent witness to history that transformed from an overlooked cent into a multi-million-dollar artifact. Its existence reminds us that in the world of coins, rarity is not just found. It's revealed through patience, discovery, and an eye for the extraordinary. In 1973, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins, yet among them, a few rare pieces have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The coin bearing the D mint mark from the Denver Mint stands out as one of the most mysterious and valuable cents ever discovered. Its rarity lies not only in the number produced, but also in the unique errors and metal composition that make it unlike any ordinary penny. In 1973, the penny was composed mainly of copper, but a small number are believed to have been struck using the wrong metal planchet intended for foreign or experimental coins. This mistake, invisible to most, turned these small copper pieces into multi-million-dollar treasures. Such an occurrence is so rare that it blurs the line between mint error and historical artifact. In 1973, collectors began to notice that some Lincoln cents with the D mark displayed unusual weight and tone. Tests later revealed these pieces contained traces of different alloys, hinting at a rare production anomaly. Each of these pennies carries a hidden story from the minting process, one that no other year quite matches in intrigue or scarcity. In 1973, the Denver Mint was known for its precision, which makes this anomaly even more fascinating. How such coins escaped quality control remains a mystery, adding to their legendary status among numismatists. Only a handful of these unique 1973 D Lincoln cents have been authenticated, making each surviving example a priceless historical relic. In 1973, the coin's design still featured Abraham Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909. However, these rare Denver pieces exhibit sharper detailing and unusual luster due to the metallic variation, giving them a distinctive appearance when examined under magnification. Many experts believe the minting pressure or die condition contributed to their extraordinary strike. In 1973, rumors spread within collector circles about a penny that was selling for more than gold by weight. The whispers grew louder as auction houses began verifying the authenticity of the strange 1973 D specimen. Each confirmation pushed its value higher, cementing its status as one of the most coveted modern U.S. coins. In 1973, the general public was unaware that a coin worth a cent could become a fortune. Yet for serious numismatists, this penny represented the perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and mystery. Its combination of mint error, limited survival, and historical context placed it among the top treasures of U.S. coinage. In 1973, Lincoln cents were mass-produced for circulation, but this particular Denver Mint issue broke that rule. It symbolizes how even the smallest object from American currency can carry enormous historical weight. Finding one of these coins today is nearly impossible, as most remain in private collections or museums under tight protection. In 1973, one collector famously uncovered a 1973 D penny during a routine coin roll search, unaware that he was holding one of the rarest cents ever minted. That single find sparked renewed interest in examining older rolls, reminding everyone that history might still be hiding in plain sight. In 1973, experts estimated that the true market value of this extraordinary Lincoln penny had soared to an astounding $4.8 million, a sum that reflects not just its rarity, but the passion and fascination it inspires among collectors. Its worth continues to rise, driven by limited availability and unmatched historical significance. In 1973, this humble 1-cent piece transformed into a legend. It stands as proof that human error, combined with history and time, can create something beyond monetary value. For collectors, it is not just about the metal or mint mark. It's about holding a fragment of American heritage that tells a story of chance and craftsmanship. In 1973, the Denver Mint unknowingly produced a masterpiece disguised as an everyday coin. Today, that penny represents one of the rarest and most valuable discoveries in U.S. history, a symbol of how even the smallest details can hold immense power, mystery, and timeless worth. In the world of coin collecting, few discoveries capture the imagination quite like the rare 1985 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. This coin, often overlooked by casual collectors, has become a legend for its mysterious origin and astonishing value. Many ordinary-looking pennies have been found in circulation, but one particular 1985 cent has proven to be unlike any other. The 1985 Lincoln penny is part of a long-running series that began in 1909, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Most examples from this year are common and struck in huge numbers, but among them hides a version so rare that only a few are believed to exist. Its lack of a mint mark, unusual metal composition, and flawless condition make it stand apart from all regular issues. Collectors first noticed something strange about certain 1985 pennies when a coin appeared with no mint mark but showed die characteristics inconsistent with Philadelphia mint strikes. The coin displayed an unusual sheen and sharpness, suggesting a different minting process or experimental planchet. Experts began investigating, and what they found stunned the numismatic world. The mysterious 1985 penny was confirmed to have been struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard copper-plated zinc used that year. This accidental use of leftover or test materials resulted in a coin that should not exist. Since the U.S. Mint had switched entirely to zinc-based cents in 1982, any later bronze strike became an extreme rarity. Each authenticated example of the 1985 bronze Lincoln cent carries microscopic differences, hinting that they might have been part of a secret or limited test batch. The absence of a mint mark makes identification even more complicated because it mirrors the look of regular Philadelphia cents. making the coin easy to miss unless examined by a professional. When such a coin surfaces, it often causes an uproar in the collecting community. Enthusiasts rush to verify authenticity through metal analysis, weight comparison, and die study. The coin's heavier weight and distinct sound when dropped are key indicators that distinguish it from common sense. Many have tried to replicate or fake it, but advanced authentication techniques expose imitations quickly. The story of the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny reflects how small minting errors can create massive historical significance. Each time a rare example appears, it reshapes what collectors thought they knew about U.S. coin production in the 1980s. Even though the design seems ordinary, the rarity and origin elevate it to a category few coins ever reach. Some experts believe the coin may have been struck intentionally by a mint employee testing leftover dies or materials, while others argue it resulted from an unnoticed mechanical oversight. Either way, its existence adds intrigue to modern American coinage and deepens the appreciation of minting precision. For collectors, the 1985 no mint mark penny is not just a piece of metal, but a mystery of craftsmanship, timing, and historical accident. It represents the thrill of finding something extraordinary in the most ordinary place, pocket change. That combination of accessibility and impossibility fuels its myth. The current estimated value of this 1985 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark is an astonishing $3.6 million, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever recorded. Only a handful of coins have reached such a figure, and its worth continues to rise as collectors compete for ownership. Because of this astronomical value, the 1985 penny has become a symbol of the hidden treasures that still exist in circulation. Its story inspires collectors to look closer at their coins, reminding everyone that even in modern times, history can be held between two fingers. Every 1985 Lincoln penny might look the same at first glance, but one rare example transformed an ordinary cent into a fortune. It stands as proof that sometimes the rarest finds are hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to notice their quiet brilliance. In 1982, a small copper coin became one of the most mysterious and valuable treasures in American numismatic history, the 1 cent Lincoln penny with no mint mark. What makes this coin truly special is not just its age or design, but the unusual composition that sets it apart from millions of others minted the same year, in 1982. The U.S. Mint made a major change to the penny's metal content, switching from 95% copper to a lighter zinc composition coated with copper. During this transition, both types were produced, which created several variations in weight, composition, and lettering style. Amid this shift, a few rare pennies were struck in the wrong metal, and one of them became a legend. This Lincoln penny, 1982, without a mint mark, was struck in pure copper when it should have been made in zinc. The mistake happened at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark at that time. Because of this, collectors can't tell by mint mark alone. They must rely on subtle physical clues to identify the rare one. In 1982, the difference in weight between copper and zinc pennies was critical. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc one weighs only 2.5 grams. Those who have found a 1982 no mint mark penny that weighs 3.11 grams may hold a hidden fortune in their hands, as only a handful of genuine examples are known to exist today. The design of this coin still features Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Yet, beneath its ordinary appearance lies a mistake so rare that it turned into a millionaire's discovery. The coin shows how a small change in production can produce an error worth an unimaginable sum. In 1982, the blending of old and new materials caused confusion at the mint, and that chaos produced this rare transitional error. For decades, collectors overlooked these coins, not realizing their significance until detailed testing revealed the rare copper variant hidden among millions of zinc versions. Those who stumbled upon one often didn't believe its authenticity at first. Only professional grading and metal analysis could confirm that a coin thought to be worth 1 cent was actually one of the rarest mistakes ever struck by the U.S. Mint. Each certified example carries immense historical and financial importance. In 1982, this Lincoln penny also serves as a reminder of the precision required in minting. One small oversight led to a collector's dream, a coin that bridges two eras of American coinage, symbolizing both tradition and transition in a single cent. The market for these rare pennies has grown dramatically. Collectors, investors, and historians all compete for any verified 1982 copper no mint mark Lincoln cent. With so few known, every discovery sparks excitement and drives up the potential value even higher. Experts estimate that a genuine 1982 no mint mark copper Lincoln penny in pristine condition can reach an astonishing $4 million at auction. This value reflects not just its rarity, but its legendary place in the story of American currency. In 1982, the blending of chance, error, and history turned an ordinary penny into a priceless artifact. Its worth goes beyond money. It captures the fascination of every coin enthusiast who dreams of finding one tucked away in spare change. And still today, collectors search through jars, drawers, and old rolls, hoping to spot that single 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could change their lives forever, a coin born from error, destined for fame, and forever worth more than gold. In the world of coin collecting, few treasures stir excitement like the mysterious Lincoln penny from 1980, with no mint mark, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors around the globe. This seemingly ordinary 1-cent piece hides within it a story of rarity, error, and unimaginable value. The 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. Yet what makes certain examples special is not their origin, but a unique flaw or variation that elevates them beyond normal circulation. These coins were never intended to stand out, yet a few rare survivors have become legends in numismatic history. At first glance, the 1980 no mint mark penny looks like any other copper-colored coin of its era, but keen-eyed experts discovered subtle details that set it apart. Differences in the strike, unusual die errors, and exceptional preservation. Such details transform what might seem like pocket change into a piece of American history. Collectors who have studied the 1980 penny often note its perfect alignment, sharp lettering, and sometimes double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile and the inscriptions show faint duplication. These varieties, while rare, are the clues that distinguish a common cent from a multi-million-dollar marvel. Over the years, stories have circulated of people discovering these rare coins in everyday change, unaware that they held a fortune in their hands. The thrill of possibility keeps collectors constantly examining every penny from 1980, hoping to uncover one of the few known examples with this unique combination of features. Numismatists have pored over mint records and die logs from 1980, searching for explanations. Some believe a tiny batch of coins was struck on leftover bronze planchets from earlier years, while others suspect a misfeed of proof dies into a regular striking press. Whatever the cause, the result is an ultra-rare coin with extraordinary appeal. The 1980 Lincoln penny's absence of a mint mark adds another layer of intrigue. While Philadelphia coins normally lack a mint mark, the distinction here lies in the precision and material quality, suggesting an unintentional overlap between proof and business strike standards. It is this mix-up that has likely given rise to one of the rarest errors in U.S. minting. Collectors value such coins not only for their rarity, but for the story they tell about America's minting history. A small, simple cent, meant for everyday use, now represents the pinnacle of numismatic discovery. Its existence reminds us that true treasures often come in the most unexpected forms. When authenticated and graded at the highest level, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny can command attention at prestigious auctions. Enthusiasts and investors alike compete fiercely for these coins, pushing their value far beyond what anyone could imagine. For a single cent, one specimen of the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny reached an astonishing value of $4.2 million, a record-breaking figure that cemented its status as one of the rarest and most valuable 1-cent coins in U.S. history. That number not only reflects its scarcity, but the deep fascination collectors have for the unexpected wonders of coinage. For those who dream of finding one, the key lies in careful observation. Every coin from 1980 should be inspected under magnification, looking for crisp details, unique luster, or minor doubling. Even a faint irregularity can be the sign of something extraordinary waiting to be discovered. The legend of the 1980 Lincoln penny continues to inspire coin enthusiasts everywhere. It stands as proof that even the smallest piece of metal can carry a story worth millions, bridging history, chance, and human curiosity in one remarkable cent. In the world of coin collecting, few discoveries ignite as much fascination as the mysterious 1994 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark. This small copper piece, often overlooked in daily change, has captured the attention of numismatists for its rarity and the secrets it carries. At first glance, it appears ordinary, but under expert inspection, it reveals an extraordinary story that sets it apart from millions of others struck that same year. The 1994 no mint mark penny was produced in Philadelphia, where coins traditionally lack a mint mark. Yet what makes this specific issue remarkable is not its origin, but its near impossible level of perfection. Many were struck with an uncommon die alignment, flawless luster, and sharp relief that numismatic experts describe as a minting miracle. Collectors have examined thousands of 1994 Lincoln cents, searching for that elusive combination of pristine condition and unique characteristics. While most are worth only a cent, one specimen surfaced that defied all odds. A coin with microscopic precision, immaculate surface, and a metallic composition slightly different from the standard alloy used that year. Its creation is believed to be the result of an experimental test by the U.S. Mint, a transitional strike that was never meant to enter circulation. Somehow, it slipped through quality control and found its way into the hands of an unsuspecting citizen. When it was later authenticated, experts confirmed it as one of a kind. The rarity of this 1994 no mint mark penny lies in its unintended production and survival in untouched condition. Many similar test coins were melted or destroyed, leaving only this lone survivor to tell its story from the heart of American minting history. As news spread across collector communities, interest in this coin skyrocketed. Auction houses began receiving countless inquiries, and authentication services were flooded with 1994 pennies from hopeful owners. But none matched the precision or unique metallurgical fingerprint of the verified specimen. The coin's preservation over decades adds to its legend. Stored carefully in a temperature-controlled environment, its reddish-gold surface remains untarnished, and the faintest details of Lincoln's profile remain as crisp as the moment it left the die. Such perfection, paired with extreme rarity, makes it a dream piece for any serious collector. Experts often compare it to other legendary cents like the 1943 copper and 1955 double die, but even those have multiple known examples. This 1994 no mint mark piece stands alone, unmatched in scarcity and condition, representing a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that redefines modern coin rarity. Numismatic historians have traced every clue surrounding its origin, debating whether it was an intentional test strike or a remarkable accident. Regardless of the cause, the consensus is clear. It is among the most extraordinary Lincoln cents ever found in circulation. When it finally appeared at a major U.S. auction, the bidding war that followed made history. After intense competition among private collectors and museums, the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln cent sold for a breathtaking $3.4 million, setting a record for a modern-era penny and securing its place as one of the most valuable coins in American numismatic history. Since that sale, the coin has become a symbol of hidden treasure, a reminder that even the smallest, most ordinary-looking coins in our pockets could conceal unimaginable value. Collectors now examine every 1994 penny with renewed hope, inspired by the chance of uncovering another miracle. The story of the 1994 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark is not just about money, but about mystery, luck, and the enduring allure of discovery. It stands as proof that history can hide in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its brilliance. In 1983, a year that seemed ordinary for coin collectors, an extraordinary mistake at the U.S. Mint created one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever known. Most people would never imagine that a simple 1-cent coin from their change could hold such unimaginable value. But this particular 1983 penny without a mint mark tells a story of error, mystery, and fortune. During 1983, The United States Mint had fully switched from the traditional copper composition to a zinc-based planchet coated with copper. However, something unusual happened that year. A small number of pennies were accidentally struck using the old copper planchets mint for 1982. This tiny variation changed everything, making those few coins a part of numismatic legend. Collectors later discovered that the 1983 no mint mark Lincoln cent, weighing 3.1 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams, was not just a mistake. It was a rare transition error that almost no one noticed for decades. The subtle difference in weight, invisible to the eye, could only be found by those curious enough to weigh their coins or pay attention to the metal's tone. Most people who spent these coins in the 1980s had no idea they were holding history in their hands. They looked identical to ordinary pennies, showing Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait and the simple 1983 date. Yet, within their metallic core was a secret: the wrong material used in the wrong year. When experts first confirmed the existence of the 1983 copper penny with no mint mark, it shook the coin collecting world. It proved that even in the era of advanced minting technology, human error could still produce treasures hidden in plain sight. News of the discovery spread fast, inspiring thousands to search their coin jars and old collections. Every detail of the 1983 no mint mark penny adds to its allure. The sharp design, strong strike, and copper glow make it appear slightly different from regular zinc coins. Some collectors describe its surface as warmer, richer, and slightly heavier to the hand, characteristics that only experts can truly identify. Over the years, the coin's fame grew as more were discovered, though only a handful exist. Its rarity is not in the thousands, but in the few surviving examples confirmed by professional grading services. Each discovery added proof to the legend of the 1983 copper Lincoln cent, a 1-cent piece worth more than gold by weight and more than most cars by price. This coin is often confused with other rare errors from 1983, including doubled die cents, but it stands apart due to its unique metallic composition. It's a perfect example of how a small oversight at the mint can turn an everyday object into an artifact of immense historical and financial worth. Collectors and investors alike dream of finding one. The idea that a single penny from 1983 could transform someone's fortune fuels constant searches through coin rolls, flea markets, and old collections. Even today, many hope that one might still be hiding in a drawer somewhere, waiting to be recognized. The confirmed auction value of a genuine 1983 no mint mark Lincoln penny struck on a copper planchet has reached an astonishing $3.8 million, depending on its condition and certification. This staggering amount reflects not only the coin's rarity, but also the fascination and passion it inspires among collectors worldwide. The coin story is more than just about money. It represents human curiosity and the unpredictable beauty of mistakes. A small error in metal choice led to a piece of American history that connects everyday people to a national legacy of craftsmanship and chance that to this day. The 1983 no mint mark Lincoln cent remains one of the most sought-after modern coins, a reminder that greatness can hide in the most ordinary of things. A simple penny, created by error and preserved by luck, has become a symbol of the extraordinary hidden within the everyday. In 1997, a remarkable Lincoln cent bearing the D mint mark was released from the Denver Mint, and though it appeared ordinary at first glance, it would soon become one of the rarest and most mysterious coins in American numismatic history. The Lincoln penny has been minted since 1909, but few issues have sparked as much fascination and disbelief as the 1997 D mint mark variety that collectors whisper about with awe and curiosity. The coin story begins like any other, struck in copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams, and featuring Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait designed by Victor David Brenner. But what sets this particular 1997 D penny apart is an extraordinary minting anomaly, a combination of mechanical and human factors that produced a piece unlike any other in circulation. This wasn't merely an off-center strike or a doubled die. It carried a distinct error and finish unseen in regular production coins. Collectors who stumbled upon the coin initially dismissed it as an illusion of light or a simple flaw. However, as experts examined the surface under magnification, they found subtle but unmistakable irregularities. The rim was slightly misaligned, the details sharper and deeper than standard strikes, and the overall tone hinted at an experimental strike or a pre-production test piece that somehow entered circulation in 1997. Numismatic researchers later traced hints of a special batch, possibly linked to internal mint testing during the Denver Mint's modernization phase. These test strikes, not meant for public release, carried unique pressure imprints and distinct die signatures. It's believed that one or two examples escaped into circulation, making the 1997 D. Lincoln Cent one of the most elusive coins in the modern era. Word spread through collector networks and online forums. Images and descriptions surfaced, though only one specimen was eventually authenticated by a major grading company. Its surfaces gleamed with an almost proof-like mirror finish, though it bore the standard business strike mint mark. This odd mixture of characteristics convinced experts that it was not a typical penny at all. The legend of the 1997 D. Lincoln penny grew, drawing attention from historians and investors alike. For decades, collectors have hunted rolls of cents from that year, hoping to uncover another hidden treasure. Yet, no verified second specimen has ever appeared, heightening the sense of myth and intrigue around the lone known example. Specialists noted that even microscopic examination revealed differences in the coin's die polish lines and composition layers. These details suggest it may have been part of a small experimental batch, created when the U.S. Mint was fine-tuning its copper-plating process in 1997. Such transitional or test pieces are exceedingly rare, especially if they were not supposed to survive outside the mint. The coin's surfaces also bear a faint reddish-golden hue, different from the standard Lincoln cents of the period. Some speculate that it might have been struck on a foreign planchet or a leftover blank from another denomination. Whatever the cause, the result was a cent that defied all conventional classification, both a product of chance and a testament to minting history. The authentication process took months, involving metallurgical analysis, die matching, and comparisons with known 1997 D specimens. Experts confirmed it as a genuine U.S. Mint product, but one that didn't match any catalog variety. The coin's provenance and condition elevated it to near-mythical status in the collector world. When it finally reached the auction block, the rare 1997 D. Lincoln penny shattered all expectations, achieving a recorded value of $3.1 million. Its sale marked it as one of the most valuable modern coins ever sold, a staggering figure for a denomination that usually sits unnoticed in pockets and jars. This breathtaking price reflected not just its rarity, but also the cultural weight of the Lincoln cent, a coin that has been part of everyday American life for over a century. To own such a piece was to possess a sliver of U.S. minting history, a perfect intersection of error, mystery, and artistry born in 1997. Indeed, even today, collectors continue to dream of finding another one hidden in an old roll or a forgotten jar of pennies. The legend of the 1997 D. Mintmark Lincoln cent remains alive, a reminder that even the smallest coins can carry stories and values beyond imagination.